Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Wasted Attention. Today, I have the absolute pleasure of interviewing a very friendly gentleman by the name of Will from the band Valence. Will, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
So I'm going to cut right to the chase, Will. I just ran across your guys' band probably a couple weeks ago. Never heard of you guys before. Totally dove in. I just don't know what to make out of you guys, man. It's incredible what you guys do.
Oh, thank you. It's a lot of fun.
It seems like it. You know, the thing that I love about you guys is between the footage that I've seen of you guys in the studio, even down to your Facebook profile pictures, I was like, oh, these guys are pretty hilarious.
Yeah, man. I mean, I always say, like, we're as pretentious as sometimes we like to be as musicians, we're in the entertainment business. And also, we're just a bunch of dudes that love hanging out and, the Coen brothers and beers and beards and all that great stuff.
Well, I'm very, very glad that you mentioned the Coen brothers right away, because one of the first things I saw on YouTube was a very interesting song title. And I was like, oh, my God, I hope that these guys are into the Lebowski, man. I was like, there's no way that they cannot be into Lebowski.
Oh, man, yeah, we quote the Big Lebowski pretty incessantly.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually, that is actually the third movement of a piece that we've just kind of lovingly dubbed the Dude Suite.
Wow, that is awesome.
So, yeah, every piece, every title of each movement is a Big Lebowski.
That is perfect. Well, you open up Pandora's box, man. I'm going to try and throw as many Lebowski references as we can into the interview, okay?
Awesome.
Without taking apart, from what we're doing. But fucking A. All right. So, my friend, you guys are from the East Coast. You are New York-based, correct?
Yeah. We're New York-based. I actually live in New Jersey, and our drummer, Chris, lives up in Connecticut.
Okay. So, how did you guys all hook up, man?
So I'm probably the newest in the band. I came in a couple years ago after their former bass player left. I came in for the recording of the single "He Tried to Kill Me with a Forklift."
Okay.
And this is actually my first full-length release with Valence, and I'm super stoked about that.
Oh, that's exciting, man.
Yeah.
You kind of came in and tied the room together.
Indeed, man. So they've been around a while. They did 2 other fantastic records, and it was cool when I got recommended for this gig. I was checking out Laser Baron, and I was like, wow, this is really cool stuff. And then as I started learning it, it was kind of like, wow, this is really intuitive. This is kind of like stuff I would write.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of fell in love with that aspect of it, and like I kind of think it's impossible to like not really like Mike, Jeff, and Chris. So
right, it's so awesome to hear. I mean, you sound so passionate where you're not treating it as a job, man. I mean, there's a lot of people that you'll come across in this industry, and they'll give you the mundane. Oh, the new album's coming out, man. It's the best thing I've ever done. Like you really seem like you're just very genuinely happy. It's so refreshing to hear.
Oh, thanks. Well, I mean, I am. So like, it's kind of cool, like that. I'm just like, hey, like a bunch of people like gave us money in hopes we're gonna make a really cool record,
right?
And we, I really truly believe we made a really cool record. And
right.
The fact that I didn't have to it's not work. It's totally art, and it's totally for everyone. And I'm just really stoked on the response we're getting.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've just, like I said, a couple weeks ago being introduced to you guys, I've been checking back on the Facebook and stuff, just trying to get a general idea, and I see that number of likes climbing up, and I mean, it sounds so like cliche to be like, oh, your likes are going up, but I mean, really in this business, the more exposure you get, the more opportunities you get, and just really seems like you guys are really starting to pick up some speed here.
Yeah, we really decided to hit the ground running with this album, both recording it and kind of promoting it. I don't know if you knew this, but we did a crowdfunding for the record, which kind of really was awesome. So we had a chance to hire a PR company
Okay.
We got the opportunity to work with Michael Bracco, who also goes by the name of Spaghetti Kiss online, who's a comic book artist who I met a number of years ago at Comic-Con. And he did the artwork for the single. The first single I was on was, as I said before, He Tried to Kill Me with Forklift. And we really wanted to work with him again. So we also, we budgeted to work with him to do some more involved artwork. In addition to, we got some cool new T-shirts that are all original designs from him. We have this Mech Warrior cyborg walrus for the one aptly tuned named tune on the record called Walrus. So yeah, we got all this stuff, and and it was cool because we got to give that back to the fans and just be like, hey, like, we're gonna do a cool thing. We've been playing these songs live.
Right.
Yeah, like, we promised we're going to make a cool thing, and I think we really did, and we've been mailing everything out and getting a lot of really cool responses.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. New shit has come to light, right?
Yes.
It's amazing. It's really fantastic that you would get just a crowdfunding response like you guys did, because I had no idea about that. And is most of the people that contributed from around the scene out in your area? Did you get stuff across the country? How did that all work out?
Oh, well, I mean, there are four of us, and it's kind of cool. Like, this is one of the first bands I've been in where I didn't really know these guys beforehand. So we all have like our own like circles of people we know. So like I know a bunch of guys in New York City and New Jersey and Connecticut, and some people kind of the same scenes, but like this different circles, as well as family and friends in Seattle. So we got some donations from like all across the country, which was really cool. And yeah, a lot of fans, a lot of bands we know and support. I know Guess and Follow the Albatross, they were helping us out. So yeah, it was also like I totally was we're calling friends and family to be like, hey, we have a new project. If you're interested, here's the website and all that.
Well, that's awesome, man. It's really amazing how people can just come together for art. You can't even get someone to even check out a track, like a friend of yours. Like, oh, man, I heard this really new, sweet song. Oh, yeah, I'll check it out. Or they'll leave you on red if you send them something on YouTube to watch. But someone actually pull into their pocket to help you guys really shows that a lot of people believe in what you're doing. And just from what I can see, man, you guys, it's very hard, especially as an interview, to not dick ride, okay? I'm going to put that out very, very clearly. But it's very hard for me to explain without sounding that way that I really think you guys are onto something unique and interesting, where I'm going to be honest with you, there's not a lot of instrumentals that have, grasped me over the years that I'm like, oh, man, I'm just going to listen to this and really, focus in on that. The way that you guys write and the way that the changes are coming are totally unexpected, where it just keeps you interested the entire time. That's awesome, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, one of the goals it is a bit of a challenge to write instrumental music,
right?
But it's also interesting to me that between the four of us, we have such varying influences. Even just limiting to instrumental music, like I actually went to school for classical upright bass.
Oh, wow.
Our drummer studied a lot of jazz, and we're all kind of into the crazier, Liquid Tension Experiment, Planet X, Mahavishnu Orchestra stuff. So
wow.
It's really kind of about putting all those things together, and also honestly keeping our own interest. And I think we all kind of listen to enough instrumental music to some of it does kind of lean on hey, here's just a bunch of cool riffs,
right?
And I am just such a sucker for a great melody. I love those, but I also love the technical aspects. So I guess that kind of leans on how we write, is just kind of all over the place, but really trying to keep cohesion in there.
Right, and that's apparent. And not to discredit any other bands that are out there, but I feel that some instrumentals kind of get lost because you've got 4 or 5 different guys coming in from different angles, where you guys seem to like you said, you can be cohesive and it's organic. And I think that's the most important thing, especially coming from the listener side. You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense and it doesn't seem like it's forced, and it's just very refreshing to hear something like that.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Awesome, man. So what do you guys have planned coming up? Are you guys doing any touring or?
We're going to be doing a couple dates in mid-April, the 11th in New Haven, Connecticut. We're doing Record Store Day at Darkside Records in Poughkeepsie on the 13th. And then we're actually going on a little short outing, starting on the 26th in Long Island, going through Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, and a couple other places, I think.
Oh, that's awesome, man. We're going to definitely be watching for anything coming out towards the Midwest. We're based out of Chicago, so we're looking for some good IPs and some real thick, heavy pizza. I don't know if you New Yorkers are ready for that, though.
I don't know, man. We have really good pizza over here.
You do. I'm not going to lie. It's very hard. It's very hard for us to say, oh, no, man, you got to stick with it.
I got to say, though, like, I have had Chicago deep dish in Chicago, and it was really good. But it's just, to me, they're very different things.
Yeah, they really are. You know, a lot of people always like to try and compare it, but it's apples to oranges, man. You know what? Us, we can get deep dish at any time, but, you know, there are those times where we do enjoy the thinner crust. There's just a whole different dimension that you're missing from the deep dish, you know?
Yeah, man, totally. Like, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, like, they're both amazing, but they're different things.
You know what, man? It's 2019. No one can like anything or have an opinion without getting offended. So I'm totally with you, man. Fuck it, man. Let's go bowling, you know?
Oh, totally, dude.
Well, listen, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy guy. Everybody out there, you guys should check out Cognitive Dissidence, which is coming out on April 12th. We will be sharing this all over our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything we can to get the word out about these guys. You really need to be checking out Valence if you haven't heard about them yet. Will, you got anything last to say for our fans, man?
No, just everything's available at www.valence.band.
Valence.band. Okay, cool. We'll throw that up on the site, too.
Oh, thank you so much.
Awesome. Listen, thanks so much for your time, man. We really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
All right, you take care.